Welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rombone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 198 in the high. What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, whether you're on the YouTube or the podcast and app. And what's really good? How y'all doing? Hope y'all staying safe. It's all of a sudden hot and humid in this motherfucker. How's the weather where you're at? What's really good? How y'all doing? It feels like it's been a minute since we got to kick it. You know, last week was the Gully interview with Darby O'Trill and Devereaux. If you haven't checked that out, go peep that shit out now, ASAP. Go check that shit. Shout out to Darby and Dev for that one. That shit was fresh as hell. Fun as hell to do as well. And yeah, so since we've been one-on-one, just me and you, it's been a minute. It's been a couple weeks. But I told you I was going to be switching the show up. I was trying to fucking just weed out the Thursday shows completely. And I think I'm done. This is how the fuck we going to do it from now on. We're just going to do, when an interview pops up, if one goes down, it's going to drop on a Monday. And if not, I'll be here. I'll be here like I am every fucking Monday. And that's what's really good. Fuck what's really good. That's what's really good. So shout out to everybody that's checked out the interview so far. No more Thursday show. We've already kind of discussed that anyway. Just kind of reconfirming it. What else we got? I want to send a shout out to Scotty Matthews for sending in a motherfucking donation this past week. Much love to Mr. Scotty Matthews again for the donation. Super fresh. And yeah, I think that covers everything show-wise. It's been a couple weeks since we talked about new music and news. So let's get into some new music and news, shall we? Last Friday, not this past Friday, the Friday before, Army of the Pharaohs came together. Vinny Paz, fucking Outer Space, self-titled, Apathy, Esoteric. They all came together, dropped a brand new song, Black Prime Minister, in honor of Blackistan. Rest in peace, Blackistan. And yeah, produced by Stu Bangers. This track is a fucking banger. Definitely wanted to talk about this one first. All proceeds from the sale of this song, whether it be through Blackistan's Bandcamp page or any of the streaming outlets, all proceeds go to help pay for the funeral expenses for Blackistan. So shout out to the guys from the Army of the Pharaohs for coming together on this one and, doing it for Blackistan, doing it for Blackistan's family. And it's just some typical, I should say classic aotp shit right here. We got like the core members of Army of the Pharaohs kicking it on this track over some dope production from Stu Bangers. Y'all know how I feel about Stu Bangers. That dude is fucking just one of the dopest in the underground. Just one of my favorite producers doing it right now. So go peep out the new Army of the Pharaohs. You could support it directly, again, through Blackistan's Bandcamp page or just through Apple Music, Spotify, download it through iTunes, whatever. All proceeds go to Blackistan's funeral expenses. And once again, rest in peace to Blackistan. And he's actually on the song himself. I believe it was a hook that he had done with Stu Bangers for one of the Watson and Holmes projects. So yeah, Blackistan's on there kicking the hook. Everybody else kicking the verses. The shit is fire. The last time we were on this show, when it was just me, we talked about Insane Poetry, his new album, Violent Art. He revealed the cover art for it. We got the first single for the album out now called Mask Down, produced by Dead Heat. This shit is fire. I mean, Insane Poetry is just that guy, man. He's been putting it down for a long ass time, and he's one of the illest just MCs, like bar for bar, the way he puts words together, like dude just raps his ass off. Even talked about him on last week's show in the interview with Darby and Dev. And Insane Poetry is that fucking guy. Put your fucking L's up for this shit. Because it's just that raw, wicked shit from Insane Poetry. Psycho. Go peep that shit as well. Fucking fire. And then Jarren Benton is back to round up new tracks, new favorite tracks that dropped. Jarren Benton's back with another new one. This one featuring Demrick and Be Real, called Left Hand Side. This is just that smoke weed type shit produced by Johnny Slash. It's more on some boom bap shit. Jarren Benton kind of been on that trap kind of sound. He been producing a lot of his own shit lately, but Johnny Slash is on this one. It's more on that boom bap type feel, and it's just a dope smoker track, man. Put this on in the whip, riding around, fucking fish bowling that bitch, hot boxing it, whatever you want to call it. Throw this fucking track on, and it's fire, man. Jarren Benton just killing it with the singles. Been killing it for the last couple years with the singles. And yeah, I believe this is the second one in a row with Demrick as well. And I saw Jarren Benton say something about that him and Demrick have a bunch of songs in the stash, and this just happens to be the second one. So looks, appears that maybe the next batch of singles that we be getting from Jarren Benton will be featuring Demrick as well. So maybe it won't just be Jarren, it'll be Jarren and Demrick. And this one's featuring Be Real of Cypress Hill. So yeah, shit's fire. Go peep it if you haven't already. Jarren Benton loves dropping the singles with no promotion, just dropping them shits on the Fridays. And yeah, go peep that shit if you haven't already. Yeah, my ear keeps fucking popping as I talk. It's kind of weird. But anyway, let's keep going on. Camp Xul lineup has been announced. The full lineup, the schedule, and all that shit. Friday is going down starting at 4 p.m. with Keegan Grimm, and then ending at 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. with the late night gaming session. But it looks like, as far as performance-wise, it's being headlined by ABK. Scum's performing with Insane Poetry as well Friday night. So that shit looked fucking dope. ABK headlining Friday night for Camp Xul 2. And then Saturday night being headlined by the super famous Fun Time guys. Also on the show, Donnie Menace will be there. Straight Jacket. Buckshot will be in the fucking house as well. Earlier in the day, Q&A sessions with super famous Fun Time guys and Alla Xul Elu. Forever Face Family Portrait. More performances going down. And then Sunday, the last day of Camp Xul 2, we got performances from Obnoxious, Chucky Chuck, Johnny Richter. So my theory of them performing King Click set looks like it's not going to happen. Looks like we're just going to get solo sets from each of the King Click members. Obnoxious getting his own time. Same with Chucky and Johnny Richter. Slasher Dave will be performing. Slasher Dave, most notably at this point, produced the Mausoleum album. Blaze will be performing as well, headlined by Alla Xul Elu. So yeah, and then earlier in the day, a meet and greet with Long Live Evil. So yeah, Saturday, I guess, Q&A session, seminar, whatever the fuck you want to call it, from super famous Fun Time guys, Alla Xul Elu. And then Sunday, a meet and greet with the Long Live Evil guys at Camp Xul 2. So it's going the fuck down. 3 days of performances. And yeah, it's going down next month, right? Yeah. June 3rd through the 5th. It's going to be warm. It ain't going to be fucking negative 666 degrees out like it was at the first Camp Xul. So this looks like it's going to be dope, man. Looks like it's going to be one for the record books, I guess you could say. But yeah, Camp Xul 2, full lineup, been announced, and it's going to fuck down. Keeping it MNE related, Twiztid. We talked about it on the last show when it was just me and you. They're re-releasing Mutant as part of the 25th year anniversary of Twiztid. Now, we speculated what albums they could be releasing after that. You know, they only own certain masters to certain albums. Well, it's come to light that the w.i.c.k.e.d album is the next one up to bat to be re-released. In the 25 years of Twiztid. I'm going to pull it up on my Instagrams real quick because I did post about it. Now, this one's being released. Shit, I got to look up the date. I believe July 1st. But 25 years. It's being released on CD, vinyl, and cassette. The CD has a metallic jacket with a gold foil. The vinyl will be a 2 LP red and black vinyl, and the cassette will be a silver cassette in celebration of the 25-year anniversary of Twiztid. So yeah, w.i.c.k.e.d up next. Maybe Abominations after that, and then maybe we'll get some M&E re-releases. Who the fuck knows? Because they don't own everything that they did on Psychopathic. But I mean, they did just re-release w.i.c.k.e.d a few years ago as part of, I believe, the 15th year anniversary. They re-released it on CD. CD only, actually. There was no re-release on vinyl or cassette. It's never been available on cassette. And it was the red and black edition, I believe, of w.i.c.k.e.d. But I'm looking up the release date now. 7/1 is the release date. So July 1st is the release date for this w.i.c.k.e.d reissue. So next month, June 3rd, is the Mutant re-release. The following month, July, the w.i.c.k.e.d re-release. And yeah, they're really pushing this 25-year anniversary of Twiztid thing to the fucking max. I gotta take my fucking headphones off because it's fucking with my head, I think. But anyway, 25 years of Twiztid going to fuck down. Next, music-wise, starting next month, July with w.i.c.k.e.d. And yeah, ICP did the 30-year anniversary of ICP last year, right? Was it last? Yeah, last year, where they did merch drops every month. They never re-released any audio. The only audio that got re-released last year that I could think of off the top of my head was Dog Beats. That got repressed with the Fat Ronnie cover. But I like the music re-release. Even though the shit's been re-released, I like it, Maybe for people who missed it the first time around, or for people who love these albums and gotta collect them all, Like, it's like a fucking Pokemon, man. You got the shinies, you got the variants, all that shit. You gotta collect them all, right? So yeah. Twiztid 25-year anniversary music re-release. And it turns out it's not the headphones, it's just my ears in general, so the cans go back on. And yeah. So be on the lookout for that. Pre-orders available anywhere you want to pre-order music. I buy all my music. If I do buy from a record store and not directly from an artist, I buy it from Bull Moose. So yeah, you can get it on Bull Moose. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it wherever the fuck records are sold at this point. But keeping it Twiztid related. This was, I guess, the big news of last week. It was announced earlier last week that Twiztid would be performing at the Blue Ridge Rock Festival going down September 8th through the 11th at Virginia International Raceway. And they, Blue Ridge Rock Festival posted the image with Twiztid with Monoxide, Madrox, Draven, this other dude. I don't know who the other guy is, but I guess this is the new version of Twiztid, the rock band version of Twiztid. And yeah, they're going to be performing at the Blue Ridge Rock Fest this year. And not only that, a few days later, it was announced ICP would also be performing at the 2020-2022. Sorry about that. Blue Ridge Rock Fest going down September 8th through the 11th at the Virginia International Raceway. And my initial thoughts was, holy shit, ICP and Twiztid at the same festival at the same time. Maybe. It's going down over September 8th through the 11th, correct? Is that what I said? Yes. 8th, 9th, 10, 11. 4 days. They might not even play the same day. I don't think people are even taking this into consideration. They might not even be at the same place at the same time. But there's a chance that they could be at the same place at the same time as well. I think this is the first time since, the divide and all this shit has gone down that ICP and Twiztid will be at, theoretically be at the same place at the same time, or at least playing the same festival together. I don't think it's happened yet until now. A lot of people online gave Twiztid shit for playing this rock festival and turned around and not gave ICP shit for playing the same festival. I get the argument that Twiztid is, if you look at the image, it's a 4-piece fucking thing. It's not Twiztid, really. It's, Twiztid with Draven and this other dude, guitar player, I believe. I apologize. I don't know the name of the other member of this 4-man lineup of Twiztid, but regardless, man, both ICP and Twiztid been playing rock festivals for the longest fucking time. There's no fucking... To shit talk them playing a rock festival is just fucking stupid at this point. I don't get it. I think it's dope. Do I expect anything to happen? Them cross paths, perform together, anything like that? No. But it's cool to see them performing at the same at a festival, at the same time. Like I said, I don't think it's happened yet. And yeah, it's just a weird little coinky dink, if you will, that they are performing at the same festival at the same time. So yeah, who's going to that, Who is going to that instead of the gathering? Probably nobody, right? Be real about it. Probably nobody. But it's just interesting, man. ICP, Twiztid, same fest. Yeah. Pretty fucking cool, if you ask me. And yeah, man. I mean, I don't really got not much else to say about it other than that was probably the big news. News has been so fucking slow lately. Let's be honest, man. It's been a fucking drag lately. It's been a fucking drag. Not that much great music has fucking come out so far in 2022 as well. There has been some good music, don't get me wrong. But I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's just me or what, but not much has just been going the fuck down. We're just in this crazy ass lull, or at least to me, it feels like that, right? I don't know, but what the fuck, man? I don't know. And I'm trying to think, I'll be honest. Last week came down with COVID. And I've been battling this motherfucker for the last 5-6 days. Been sick as shit. I feel okay now. I feel okay, a little, short of breath. Almost didn't do the show this week just because my fucking chest hurts. And yeah, I didn't post about it on social media. I don't really put my shit out there like that, but I guess I'll do it. I'll do it for the podcast. I was supposed to actually do the 5-piece episode that came out this past week with the 5-piece crew with Joker's Gallery, Luke Dagoon, and Mike Sears. But the day that we were supposed to record, I got sick. And it kind of fucking hit me really quick and hard. And I had to back out of that episode. It was such a good episode, too. The 5 most important albums in this, wicked shit juggalo world. And I was looking forward to doing it, and I had to back out, unfortunately. But like I said, I caught the Rona. I dodged it for 2 fucking years. I got it. I'm feeling better now. Still a little fucked up from it. I wish I could have done that show. But, and I almost didn't do this show, but I said, fuck it. We gonna do it anyway. We gonna fucking rock. And, even though I didn't do the 5-piece show, the 5 most important underground albums, peep the show. It was a dope episode. Now, I did have a list together. I'm not going to run through all 5 real quick, but I'm going to talk about 2 albums that were, to me, are the most important underground albums in this wicked shit underground juggalo world, whatever the fuck you want to call it, world that we live in. And my number 2 album was going to be ICP's Great Milenko. I could see the argument for it being number 1, and I don't disagree. It most definitely could be the most important album. And why is because this was the album that fucking blew this world up. The Great Milenko blew this world the fuck up. The juggalo world. I'd never heard of ICP before Great Milenko. If it wasn't for Great Milenko, I wouldn't have known about this shit. Might not even be here right now. Might not even be a hip hop head. I don't know. Because I do credit for ICP getting me into fucking hip hop, rap music. And, because of that, the album's platinum, all that shit. And, they had the shockumentary on MTV that was promoting the album, promoting ICP. A lot was going on at that time. And a lot of ninjas, including myself, got on at that time. The Great Milenko put the wicked shit on the map as far as a large scale. Nationwide, worldwide even. So yeah, I put Great Milenko at number 2. If you put it at number 1, I can't argue it. Can't argue it. I almost had it at number 1. But my number 1, and it probably shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, Esham's Booming Words from Hell. I've talked about it so many times. I had a fucking episode dedicated to this shit because the 30th anniversary of Booming Words from Hell was just a couple of years ago, and I talked about it, of how important of an album that was, because without Booming Words, now people could say Ghetto Boys was doing wicked shit before that, and dabbling in the wicked shit, but nobody had put out a full-on wicked shit album. Nobody was rapping about the fucking devil like Esham was in 1989, 1990. When Booming Words came out. The red tape. The OG red tape. And, without that album, Great Milenko might not have ever happened. So that was the reason why Milenko was number 2 to me and Booming Words was number 1. ICP long credits Esham for being heavily influential in their style and their sound and shit like that. With the wicked shit. Without Booming Words, Beneath the Dirt might not be here. ICP might not be here. Twiztid might not be here. I'm repeating myself for the 1700th time, but to me, the most important underground album, period, has to be Esham's booming. It just has to be, right? But shout out to the guys from the 5-piece. I apologize. I could have made it to the show. I already talked to Joker's Gallery. I didn't just fucking leave them hanging or anything like that. But I already talked, I had told them that I got sick. I didn't know at the time that I had caught the shit. I didn't know till a couple days later. But yeah, I was down and out earlier this week. I was still fucking feeling it. But we fucking kicking it, man. We kicking it, and go peep that 5-piece episode. Shout out to Mike, Luke, and Brandon. They have one of the best shows in the underground right now. Point blank, they just got one of the best shows. So go peep that shit. And let's get into some more news. We all know DJ Clay, Lyte, and Hoodoo is out on the Rock the Dock tour right now. The shit looks pretty fucking live from the footage and pictures that I've seen. In the interview that I did with DJ Clay, if you haven't checked it, go peep it. I did an interview with DJ Clay. He talked about an exclusive EP being available on this tour, and it is, in fact, I don't know if it's made its way to YouTube. I don't know if anybody's uploaded this shit now, but we got the Rock the Dock EP with Hoodoo, Clay, and Lyte. 3 brand new songs from them. I haven't heard it, can't review it, anything like that. But if you are heading to the shows and you like that exclusive shit, the Rock the Dock EP is on sale. DJ Clay did say that them shits is going fast, so cop them shits while they're still available. Hoodoo, Lyte, Clay, Scum, killing it on the road is dope to see. Clay posted a picture of the Rock the Dock tour in California somewhere with Mr. Gray was there, Clockwork was there, Kung Fu Vampire was there. That shit looked dope. The underground unites, and I like to see shit like that. I like to see the underground coming together, regardless of, whatever side one may have repped or not. I like it. And it was a dope picture to see, man. So yeah, if you haven't checked out the tour, it's fucking, they're out for a month. They're out till, I believe, the beginning of June. So they're out right now, fucking touring their asses off. Lyte took to Twitter last week talking about, so who's ready for the next Monstar project? Can a ninja get a show of hands? #rush. So look like maybe Lyte already got some shit on deck to be released, even though he just dropped Metamorphosis last month. I don't know what this dude's work ethic was before Psychopathic. I don't know how much music he was putting out on a consistent basis before, he signed to Psychopathic. But maybe he's saying, it looks like we ain't going to have to wait 4 or 5 years for, another EP from Lyte. He dropped Psychopathic Monstar, 2017? Right? Because that's when him and Ouija were doing shit together. So maybe he's gonna get with the consistency and drop some new music sometime soon. Well, I guess we'll just have to fucking wait and see. But a few weeks back, we talked about ABK dropped the artwork for his next album, Always Bringing Knowledge, and we got the official track list from Always Bringing Knowledge. This image was released a couple weeks ago, but didn't get a chance to talk about it last week because we had the interview with Dev and Darby. But we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 tracks. No features are listed, but to me, that doesn't mean that there aren't any features. Just because features aren't listed doesn't mean there aren't any features. I've seen track lists being revealed so many times with no features, and then it turns out there to be features on the album. But we got the track list for Always Bringing Knowledge, which was supposed to drop a few years ago, I believe. The same year that Tampon Juice was supposed to come out. He was supposed to drop 3 projects that year. It never happened. But ABK dropped the track list for Always Bringing Knowledge, so we know that there is, in fact, an album ready to go in the tuck, ready to be released. No release date as of yet. No pre-orders or anything like that. But it looks like it is on the horizon, and it is coming soon. GrewSum is back with another EP. He's already dropped 2 EPs this year. I can't remember off the top of my head. It might have been one. I think he dropped the Spazin project at the beginning of the year, and then he dropped the Evil EP, the Love EP, which was released on Valentine's Day. Yes. So he's released 2 projects this year. I believe Spazin was New Year's Eve, but I consider that this year. Like, you drop a project on New Year's Eve, that's this year, bruh. Technically last year, but that's this year. So he's coming back with his 3rd project of the year, Grassroots 6. This one is being released through Sick-Fucks. Sick-Fucks, headed by Jimmy Don. You can pre-order it through the Bandcamp, the Sick-Fucks Bandcamp. There is a CD option. You can get the digital only. The digital is available now. It will be available on all streaming platforms this Friday, May 20th. GrewSum Grassroots 6 will be available on all streaming outlets this Friday. So that's dope. Evil did not get streaming love or Spazin. Neither one of those got love on all the streaming. You had to get those directly through GrewSum's Bandcamp page. But Grew is back with Grassroots 6. The Grassroots series is just some classic shit. I love me some Grassroots fucking 2 and 3 in particular. 2 and 3 are my favorite Grassroots volumes from GrewSum. So go peep that shit out. If you haven't, I haven't heard it yet. I haven't heard the digital yet. To be honest, I haven't heard that much music in the last week. I just haven't. I've been home, laid up on the fucking couch, man, sick as fuck. So I haven't even listened to that much music. Hexxx, Demon Season, Chapter 17. The first artist on Chapter 17 outside of w.i.c.k.e.d. Hexxx dropped Demon Season not this past Friday, but the Friday before. If you like that classic West Coast G-Funk gangsta shit sound, but with wicked shit on top of it, this is your project for you. Hexxx dropped it. Hexxx been putting it down for a few years now. He's riding with Chapter 17. Hexxx Demon Season is available now, so go peep that shit. Mr. Hyde dropped a brand new EP this past Friday. This one's kind of a collection of singles that he's dropped over the last year or two. It's called We Are the Nightbreed. The Gmo Ski track is on here, which is fire. If you fuck with Mr. Hyde, you gotta fuck with this EP because Mr. Hyde is dope. Mr. Hyde is just that brutal, in your face, wicked shit. Whether he claims the wicked shit, I think he claims death rap. You know, there's so many different fucking names for the wicked shit. Horrorcore, death rap, acid rap, whatever. It's all the same shit to me. But that's out now. And Sutter Kain and Donnie Darko are back with a new project. I don't believe they dropped one last year. It was 2020. They dropped 2 projects and they were both fucking fire. They were so good. But they are back with a new project, Another Day at the Office. Like I said, I haven't really got a chance to listen to any new music. I think I heard 1 or 2 tracks off this shit. And it's just, if you liked the last 2 projects that Sutter Kain and Donnie Darko did, I have to look up the name of those projects. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head. But if you like those 2 projects from Sutter Kain and Donnie Darko, Before the World Got to Us and After the World Got to Us, you're gonna like the sound of this shit. The couple of tracks I heard from this shit, it's just that boom bap shit and Donnie Darko rapping his ass off. It sounds fucking dope. And Sutter Kain and Darko they just have great chemistry. I mean, they've been working together for so fucking long. They have great chemistry together. And this sounds like it's going to be another dope project. I can't wait to dive into it. I can't wait to dive into all this shit, man. You know, sitting at home, laid up on the couch, to me is not really the time to fucking listen to music. It ain't. I like to listen to my music in the car and shit like that. So yeah. And then one last release I want to talk about before we bounce the fuck up out of here. We got a remix to Theatrical. I don't remember when this was dropped, but we got a remix produced by Donnie Menace. Donnie Menace, Lex the Hexmaster, Jay Reno with DJ Eclipse on the cuts. This one was put out by Real Wolf Productions. And yeah, go peep that shit, man. Donnie Menace, Lex the Hexmaster, Jay Reno with DJ Eclipse of Nonfiction cutting it up. Sounds like a recipe for fire for me, if you will. Or if you won't, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, go peep that shit. All the songs that I talk about, of course, are on the Beneath the Dirt Weekly Bumps playlist, which I did keep updated this past Friday. Follow it on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube if you haven't already. Go check out my interview with Darby O'Trill and Devereaux that dropped last week that did not get as much love as it should. And same for all my interviews, man. I don't get it. But regardless, I do appreciate the love that they have got. I just feel like they could get more love. And yeah. Thank you for fucking tuning in. Much fucking love. I appreciate it. Super, super appreciated. Shout out again to Scotty Matthews for the donation this week. And hopefully next week, you know, I'll be back to normal. And we be fucking kicking it, man. Much fucking love. I'm Ron Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.